why is it that investors who have a housing loan should actively look at investing in mutual funds in order to repay that loan?
So there are two ways to look at it. One is that whenever you buy a house, a dream house is one room short, or it is a little shorter than our expectation. So what we do when we buy a house, we stretch ourselves, okay, to the extent that all our saving till date is put in that. We take loan and we take EMI to the maximum extent possible. And then the effort goes over next 5, 10, 20 years to repay the EMI and then get free from the burden of housing loan. And doing that, in the whole process, we are not able to create financial wealth, which is equally important. Earlier, house was considered to be one of the best asset one could have, but in changing scenario, that perhaps not be the case. Now, people need to depend more and more on financial savings to take care of their needs, because now we figure out that houses are not as liquid. Second part is the kind of capital required for houses has gone up quite substantially. It is not like 5 lakh, 10 lakh, 20 lakh houses. It is like 1 crore, 2 crore, 5 crore. In city like Mumbai, a decent house is not less than 2, 3 crore, and perhaps in most of the cities. So how does one go about creating financial wealth at the same time one when one is paying EMI? So very simple calculation we have done. And these are all historical data because you don't know what will happen to interest rate. So in absence of anything else, you look at what has been the historical average numbers are. So historical numbers on interest rate has been around 10%.
Hmm.
So if you have a 1 crore housing loan, on the 1 crore housing loan, the EMI comes to close to 1 lakh rupees. So whatever is a housing loan, 1% is EMI.
Hmm.
So in 1 crore loan, 1 lakh rupees is EMI. And the typical housing loan tenure is 20 years. So you pay housing loan 1 lakh per month. For a year, you pay 12 lakh rupees. For a 10-year period, you pay 1.2 crore. And for 20 year, you pay 2.4 crore. So in 1 crore rupees loan, you pay 2.4 crore rupees to the housing finance company. So 1 crore is your principal, 1.4 is your interest. So we give a very simple formula that whatever EMI you have, do SIP only of the 1/3 amount of EMI.
Okay.
So suppose in the given case, 1 lakh rupees is your EMI.
Mhm.
Do SIP only of 33,000 rupees. If you do SIP of only of 33,000 rupees or a 20-year period, this 30,000 rupees, 33,000 rupees SIP will create a wealth equal to 2.5 crore rupees.
Mhm.
Yeah. So housing finance, you are repaying 2.4 crore rupees through 1 lakh rupees. Here you just take 1/3 of that. Just do 33,000 rupees SIP, and in 20-year period, you end up creating a similar kind of wealth for yourself.
Okay, so let's summarize this. I'll have a few follow-up questions to this, but let's summarize this. So if I have taken a loan of 1 crore, right, and we are using this as basic examples, there are some assumptions out here. Viewers, keep that in mind. But 1 crore, my EMI is 1 lakh. You are saying that while I'm paying that 1 lakh rupees as EMI, I should somehow figure out a way to eke out another 33,000 from my monthly income and do an SIP of that 33,000
Very true.
for that entire tenure that I'm doing the
Very true.
repayment.
Very true.
So a lot of people, Vijay, this is the important one. A lot of people, what they would do is that they would think that if I have higher income than my EMI, and if I don't need it, repayment of a loan is now devoid of any penalties. I should repay the loan so that I get out of the home loan burden faster. You are saying don't do that. Instead, invest that money in a EMI.
Invest that money into EMI, and if you
Into an SIP.
into SIP, and if you want to repay, I'll tell you the way it should be repaid.
Okay,
Not
you're saying
on,
that also.
yeah, there are ways one could do of repaying these things. So other alternative is that most Indian do not want burden of loan on their head, so they want to repay as much as possible. Whosoever we meet, whether it's a wealthy guy or a highly qualified person who got a professional job which is very stable, but most people don't want Though in mathematics they understand that housing loan come at 10%, SIP is 12 to 15%, I will make more money because 2 to 5% over a 20-year period, huge wealth. But still, the burden is a burden. Asset is a different thing. So, given this kind of situation, what you can do is very simple thing. We take the same illustration, 1 crore rupees loan, 1 lakh rupees EMI. You do 33,000 rupees SIP. Okay. On that SIP, you set a target return of 12%. The moment you hit target return of 12%, and when you need to see this, you don't see for first 36 months. Okay. For first 36 months, you keep doing SIP, SIP, SIP. At the end of 36 months, you see whether your portfolio has hit 12% IRR or not, whether your SIP numbers are generating 12% return. If they are generating 12% return, then what you should do, redeem SIPs except of last 12 installment. Because why you should not redeem for last 12
months?
Last 12 months, because it will have a short-term capital gain, in some cases also exit load. So except last 12 months, redeem everything and repay your housing loan.
What to that extent?
To that extent. Now the question is, suppose in 36 months, your portfolio is not showing 12% IRR. Then observe it every third month after 36 months. So suppose on 36 months, your portfolio is not showing 12% IRR. Continue to do your SIP. At 39 months, see the numbers. At 42nd month, see the number. At 45th month, see the number. You will have IRR of 12% plus. It will come. Sometime it will come. It will come in third month, third year. It will come in fourth year. Sometime it will come in fifth year. Sometime it will come in sixth year. But it will come. The day it arrives, the number, you take out, except last 12 installment, except last 12-month SIP, you take out everything and repay your housing loan. Okay. By doing that, a 20-year housing loan get repaid on an average in 12 to 13 years only.